All right, what is going on, Cancers? Welcome back to the channel, Elevated Spirits. It's Jazi, your favorite Cali reader. This is going to be your full moon / end of year reading. This is the last full moon we're having having before January 1st. For those that celebrate the new year during January, okay? For me as a reader and a lot of others, you know, when you come across newer, like, real information, right? You know better, you do better. So for me, I don't celebrate the new year technically till March, April, which is the springtime basically. So but this, like I said, is for those of you that do follow, that resonate with the new year being in January. So we're basically seeing this 3 rows of cards here. The first row is indicative of, real fast, this full moon is in Cancer, which is in your sign if you follow Western astrology. However, if you follow sidereal astrology, it is in Gemini. So you can definitely look at your own placements and see where this full moon will be hitting you the hardest. And maybe not the hardest, but for some it's very intense. It's not going to be like that for all of you. It just depends on where you are on your journey. So I'm just, giving you that information in case it does happen to be hitting you really hard. It's not a mistake. It's doing that for a lot of people. So just understand it's all for a purpose. Okay. So first row is going to indicate what this full moon is either kind of like kicking out of your life, kind of like, it's not an eclipse, but it's giving me eclipse vibes. Okay. So what this full moon is essentially kicking out of your life in order to, this row, draw in. Okay. So what is this either forcing out of your life or encouraging you to release, because free will is a thing. So you don't have to release things if you don't want to. However, the more you try to hold on to things that the universe is clearly telling you needs to go, the harder it's going to be to continue to move forward. So just putting that out there. And then the middle cards here are advice from the Most High and your spirit team. Okay, so I'm going to get into this reading for you guys. Automatically, real fast, Capricorn is showing up here twice for me. So I literally just got through recording the reading, and I say that because the cards that did flip up upright, I left them that way, and one of them is the devil, and we're going to get into that, into this row here in a bit. But then also at the bottom of the deck, they also got the path here, which is card number 8. So this is kind of like, if you have Capricorn placements, you may want to check out that reading as well. But yeah, so we'll see how this plays out. And like I said, if you have that placement, you may want to check out that reading as well. So let's get into this for Cancer. See what this full moon is trying to have you release. So we have strategy. All right, card 21. We have strategy. We have sun, which is card 1, and regeneration, which is card 46, which reduces to a 10. So what I'm getting here is Cancer, for some of you, a couple different messages. First one is some of you, whether this is your energy or someone around you, if someone has been trying to strategize to use you, get by on you, do something underhanded, especially in regards to like money, finances, things like that, that's going to come to the surface. For some of you, this has already revealed itself, and it's kind of like it's done with the regeneration card. This is like something is dead, and now it's time to step into this energy of regrowth. Basically, it's kind of like when the same kind of energy when, like, say the winter comes and it sheds all of its leaves, and then when the new season, right when we leave out of winter and start stepping into what season are we stepping into right now? Winter into what? I can't even think right now. But anyway, it's basically switching seasons. Okay, so it's like you guys are, I feel like it's helping you shed the old layers, old leaves, basically, if you will, like old versions of yourself, whether it's connections, limiting beliefs, blockages, whatever that might be for you. It's essentially shedding the old to make room for the new, because the 9 represents endings, right? The 10 is essentially the new start. Why? Because the 0 is infinite. It's never ending. It's always going to be there. But the 1 is the new start, the new beginning, the new, right? The 1, the sun here. Okay. So for some of you, this is essentially, kind of maybe for some of you, like I said, revealing someone who has been trying to strategize behind your back or do, trying to be strategic someone who's strategic in your energy is going to be revealed. For some of you, this has already happened. For others of you, this full moon is going to illuminate that to you, and it's essentially showing you where this connection has died, or this, whatever this is, the strategy that maybe some of you have been, you know, really trying to work on, or if this is something you've been putting a lot of time and energy, effort into, really trying to find a bunch of different ways to make it work. For some of you, it's going to kind of show you like it's just time to kind of like scrap it and start over, okay? Or however that resonates. For some of you, it's definitely giving me a person. I'll get into why here in a second. So to clarify this energy with the tarot, we have starting off the Wheel of Fortune, okay, which represents karma. That's also a Sagittarius Jupiter energy. We have Empress, okay, that also came out in Capricorn's reading. So for some of you, this is a karmic mother figure, okay? This could definitely represent someone that you have kids with, okay? Whether, no matter what, you know, your placement is with Cancer, whether it's your sun, moon, Venus, it doesn't matter. For some of you, this is a mother figure, or someone you have kids with, someone who's pregnant, or someone that you look up to. This person, I feel like you're being asked to release this because this person is like karmic, meaning they're just in your life to teach you things. Maybe show you aspects, a lot of times shows aspects of ourselves, right? That's what karma is about. It's not about good or bad. It's about cause and effect, meaning the energy that we emit is what essentially comes back to us. And so for some of you, that is who this person is representing for you. Okay, this person just came into your experience to teach you things. And this person could be strategically planning to wipe you clean, or, you know, kind of like this person is essentially killing your energy in some type of way. For some of you, it's you're aware of this, and this is kind of like this full moon is really making it prominent to where you can't ignore it. For others of you, this is revealing this to you, and you maybe were unaware, had an idea but wasn't sure. This could be definitely serving as confirmation. Okay, 2 major arcanas here right off the gate, and the sun, that's giving me Leo energy. So some of you may have Leo in your chart. Actually, 3 major arcanas here already. So following that is the Devil, which is Capricorn's major arcana. Okay, Capricorn, Taurus. And then we have the Hermit, so Virgo energy. So 4 major arcanas. Out of 6 cards, 4 of them are major arcanas. I'm just putting that out there, okay? So for some of you, what I'm automatically getting here is someone who's been trying to strategize. For some of you, it's someone you have kids with, okay? It's going to be revealed to you. And I feel like this full moon is really helping you not only see it clearly, but kind of just kill off whatever connection or whatever you thought maybe you're trying to salvage with someone. It's time to let it go. For some of you, like I said, this is a mother figure or some type of, you know, abundant energy, someone that maybe you look up to that, you know, exudes this abundant energy, right? For some of you, it's a Virgo, okay? Some of you, I feel like this is helping you release a connection with a Virgo that is very toxic, one that is maybe very codependent. I feel like maybe this person is been trying to strategize on how to get on your, you know, get on a karmic wheel with you. For someone, this is like, for some of you, this, like I said, is someone who just has taught you a lot of things, someone who's going through their own maybe cycle of karma at this time. And for some of you, it's having you release it because this person is essentially keeping you stuck. This is someone who maybe is codependent on you, someone who has maybe some type of toxic attachment, some addictions, things, or whatever that is. It's like, it's, you know, it's, again, that's what karma is. It's about cause and effect. What you put out comes back, meaning even how you treat yourself. If you treat yourself fucked up, you're going to catch karma for that. Meaning that, like, when we don't love ourselves, we tend to do things to our body that aren't good. So meaning when you drink and you smoke, do drugs, things like that, essentially karma definitely can come back to you for that, for mistreating yourself in that way. When we don't love ourselves, we tend to do things in order to try to numb the pain or feel better, or do, you know, feel different than how we feel, instead of transmuting and really, you know, sitting with that stuff and really doing the inner work, right? This is about going within and really looking at the shadow, looking at, you know, those parts of ourselves, so we can really come to the enlightenment, the awareness of what it, you know, these experiences are trying to show us. And it's essentially, you know, you get karma when you treat yourself in those ways. When we don't take the time to do this, to go into this hermit mode and kind of like isolate ourselves from everything and everyone as much as we possibly can, and really take the time to go within. And why do I do this? Why do I drink like this? Or why do I, you know, do these things? Why do I have these vices? When we, you know, don't take the time to ask those questions, it essentially, that's when karma comes back. And that shows up in different ways, whether it's the people you attract, whether it's diseases, energetic imbalances, your money starts getting funny, all those different things. That's just karma. That's what karma is. Again, cause and effect. The energy we put out comes back. So some of you, this could be showing up as a person, okay? For others of you, this could be maybe a mother figure, okay? Someone that's trying to strategize or create some type of strategy that some of you maybe were not privy to, okay? person could be trying to use you for the luck and the finances that maybe they know are coming to you, okay? And some of you really may ask to release this person, to get this person out of your energy, okay? For some of you, this person is stagnating your healing. For some of you, know that you need to go within, that you know that there's some, you know, maybe negative habits or toxic attachments or things like that that some of you are still attached to or still feeling stuck and bound to, that need to be taken care of and identified and dealt with. And I feel like this person, you know, essentially whoever this is, could be stagnating and stopping that, right? But I feel like it's definitely creating blockages in your stability. And I say that because 4 major arcanas here, okay? 4 of them. 4s represent stability, foundation, finances. It also represents the home, okay? It also represents childhood woundings, things that happened that played out as a child, right? The karma that we come into this lifetime with, as you come through your mother's womb, that womb space, like meaning the yoni, okay? That is the root chakra. That's where your root chakra is located, at the base of your spine. So during that process of pushing through, all that energy of whatever she's been holding on to, right, comes through with you, okay? So for some of you, but you signed up for that. Remember, we all signed up and chose our parents in this lifetime. We chose all the experiences that we had with all the people we've had them with. Why? Because we knew that not only were we strong enough to transmute those energies and break those cycles and chains and things that we were find ourselves tied, stuck, and bound to, right? But we also chose them because we knew only that person could teach us those lessons, okay? It's very similar messages that came up with Capricorn's readings. Like I said, some of you may have Capricorn in your chart and you want to check out that reading as well. But it's very, very, the messages are very similar right now, at least starting. So then we have the 9 of Pentacles, and that's clarified by the 6 of Wands that came in sideways, okay? So I feel like for some of you, this is someone that is either single, okay? Some of you may be single, but this person I feel like is, you know, it's like someone who's maybe trying to block your success in some type of way, okay? I feel like this is someone that maybe is independent, that they have maybe their own money, but they're trying to block yours. You see what I'm saying? I definitely feel like this is someone who is self-sufficient, okay? That's trying to block your success. That's trying to block maybe, you know, like I said, you could be a single person and this person is trying to block you from getting attention and seeing other people. You see what I'm saying? Like trying to keep other people away from you, from recognizing you, things like that. That's going to be different for all of you, but if it's something you've already been feeling, then this is just your confirmation, okay? That I feel like someone here that some of you are tied to, whether it's someone you have kids with, or just, like I said, a Virgo, Taurus energy here, the 9 of Pentacles, that's another earth sign card, Leo, okay? It's like someone it's like they're trying to block your success or block you from receiving, you know, the accolades and the attention and victory from other, you know, whether it's coming from other people that are recognizing you, that are applauding you, acknowledging your work, acknowledging your hard effort, all that stuff. It's like someone is essentially trying to block that, okay? So it's like some of you, you know exactly who this person is. And some of you, by keeping this person in your experience, is essentially blocking your own, you know, your own luck. It's blocking things from turning in your favor. So understand that while the Wheel of Fortune here does represent divine timing, it represents, you know, good luck, good fortune, things like that, it also does represent karma, okay? It does also represent expansion. Jupiter is the biggest planet, it's the planet of expansion. So what that means is that things that are happening in your experience, understand that it is happening because not only is it, you know, it's happening the way it's supposed to, right? It's a divine plan, it's a divine, you know, alignment, but it's also expanding you. That's how we expand, is through things that sometimes are painful, right? So think about when, like, for example, when you go to the gym, you don't just go one time, right? And that sometimes represents karmic cycle. We have to sometimes get hurt more than once for us to really gain the lesson. But also, back to the gym thing, it's essentially like when you're growing your muscles, right? When you work out, you're not going to just see muscles overnight, right? It takes repetition. It takes time to keep lifting the weight over and over and over again to then see results. And that's when your muscles do what? They expand. You see what I'm saying? So for some of you, this person was just meant to teach you some things, just to expand you, just to grow you, just to evolve you, just for some of you to show you your own worth, to show you your own value, whether you're a man or woman, it doesn't matter. This is an energy, this is a frequency. So for some of you, this was showing you where this person was showing you maybe the lessons that maybe a mother was trying to have, you know, initially you signed up in this lifetime to teach you that you maybe didn't learn from your mother, right? So it had to show up again through another person. For some of you, it happens to be a Virgo, right? That was trying to show you the karmic lessons and things that maybe still needed to be healed and released in order to expand you further on your path. Some of you missed it though, right? So for some of you, it's like someone I feel like is planning things or trying to strategically, you know, get your money or stop your blessings, stop your growth, okay? For some of you, it's trying to stop you from being victorious, trying to stop you from overcoming your challenges that you've already been experiencing, okay? Like I said, it's going to be different for all of you, so please only take the messages that really make sense to you, okay? Use your own discernment. And that's, again, how you do that is by exercising your own intuitive muscle, right? Not just taking every reading and, you know, just, especially if it's stuff that is like, hell yeah, they did that and blah, blah, like make sure, like check your ego, right? And make sure that we're not just taking messages just to validate our pain. You see what I'm saying? Like, but take them if they actually make sense, if it actually resonates. Okay, we got to take the good with the bad, right? You got to take it all. If you're going to take that stuff, take the other stuff too that's really trying to grow you. If it's triggering you, if any of the messages trigger you, that's just an opportunity to be like, why am I triggered by that? That's showing you something. That's bringing an awareness to something that maybe you didn't have before. So this is only meant to evolve you. That's what the expansion is about. It's only to expand your awareness. For some of you, it's putting you on your path, okay? For some of you, this is happening in order to put you on the path you belong on. For some of you, this connection, whatever this is, has kind of derailed you, okay? For some of you, it's happening in order to put you back on your path, okay? In order to bring in new beginnings, hell yeah, okay, to fruition, okay? So I really feel like there's new beginnings that are trying to come in for you guys at this time, okay? That, you know, on the other side of this full moon, stepping into the new year, there are things that you guys have been asking for, opportunities, collaborations, you know, things that you've been trying to manifest, new experiences. It's like those things are ready to be born. They're ready to be birthed. They're ready to come to fruition, okay? But it's like some of you, it's like a choice though. You need to choose to go up the ladder and go through that portal. You need to choose to, you know, leave behind certain experiences that are purposely and intentionally trying to keep you stuck, tied, or bound, right? And choose to walk into the new door, okay? Walk into the door that's trying to make itself available to you at this time, okay? So let's keep going. So what is this release trying to bring the Cancers towards? Okay, appreciation and a man holding a heart. So card 15 and 45. So 15, you could be born on the 15th. That could also represent life path number as well as 45. Some of you may be 45. These numbers may be of significance. You may be seeing them in synchronistic ways. So I feel like this is, you know, trying to bring in or call in Cancer. I feel like for some of you, I'm getting a couple things here because this man holding a heart is definitely giving me King of Cups vibes. So it, you know, obviously depends on, you know, who you are watching the reading, but it's going to resonate different for all of you. But I feel like for some of you, this is essentially bringing you to a place of where people around you, whether this is a new person that actually appreciates you for all you are and all that you bring to the table, right? For some of you, that could be what this is. That's you know, aligning you to someone that actually appreciates you, that actually values you, instead of someone that's toxic, that needs to heal and that needs to do their own shadow work, okay? Others of you, this is helping you, bring you into a place of appreciating your own, like your own creativity, your own emotions. For some of you have, you know, essentially gone through so many challenges that have made you maybe shy away from your feelings, maybe make you feel like, fuck feelings don't matter and things like that. But that's what essentially brings, like, that is what brings this, okay? Like, you have to allow yourself to feel what needs to be felt. That's the only way to move through it, right? Especially when it comes to painful things. That's the only way to truly heal it, is to allow yourself to sit in that shit, feel it, because that's what's going to help you move forward. It's not only going to help you release those things, but it's also going to help you, you know, when you know how painful something was, it ensures that you'll never have that experience again. Meaning that when certain red flags come up, you're not going to ignore them a second time around. When certain people that you see, like, ooh, I identify energy within them that feels very familiar, you're not going to let them back into your experience, or you're not going to give that person a chance to hurt you if your intuition is telling you that something don't feel right about them. You're not going to just sleep on your own guidance. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like some of you, this is like, you know, bringing you to a place of really appreciating, you know, your feelings that you have. And I'm not talking about from an emotional place, but I'm talking about the feeling, like when you walk into a room and your hair stands up on your body, that's a feeling. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the senses that make you feel like something don't feel right. You know what I mean? Or the feeling that you get in the pit of your gut that just make you feel anxious and you just don't know where, like, you don't know why. That's not a mistake. That's not meant for you to just bypass and act like, oh, it ain't nothing. You see, I'm talking about those type of feelings, not emotions that are fleeting and in and out, and you can't really rely on those. I'm not talking about that. So I feel like some of you, this is helping you appreciate, you know, the love that you have, maybe the love that you have for yourself, the love that you're able to give to others. Because I feel like a lot of you have really gone through this life being undervalued, underappreciated, whether it is by a mother figure or maybe something happened with your mom, okay, that some of you are still holding on to, that maybe there's still an attachment there. And this is giving you an opportunity to heal that, to really isolate yourself, meaning go within and really identify what that is for you and really heal that, you know, allow yourself to transmute that energy in order to restore your own sense of independence, okay? Because for some of you, without even realizing, it's blocking your success. For some of you, it's blocking you from being seen and heard and validated and appreciated by the right people, because there's still things that we have some type of an attachment to that needs to be identified and healed, okay? So, you know, it's part of the journey. We all go through it in our own different ways. And while it seems like, oh, you know, it's just easy for some, you don't know what they go through behind closed doors. And a lot of people who look at me and think like, oh, you know, especially when people be like, oh, how are you doing? And blah, blah, blah. And I just be like, I'm great. You know, that's me telling myself how I want to feel. It doesn't mean that's really what's happening currently, but that's the reality that I'm choosing. That's me taking back my power and choosing. I'm going to choose that even though I'm fucking struggling, or even though I'm really feeling hurt, or I'm really going through it, I'm choosing to, you know, express, because your words hold power. So when you tell people I'm really going through it and blah, 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 I get it. It's cool to be honest. It's important to be honest with, you know, and truthful with how you feel. However, understand that your words hold power. So when you say those things, and if you back it with an emotion, okay, you back it with your feelings, that's what amplifies it. So that's why for me, you know, I say things based on how I would like to feel, because I know my words hold power from my personal experience. So it's not me trying to act like, oh, I'm good and, you know, everything's perfect for me, and it's really not at all. I just know the power of manifestation. I know the power of attraction. And so I have to be mindful with my words. And I choose to let that be my point of focus, is that no, I'm not internally, I'm not feeling the greatest. However, I know the more that I focus on, I want to feel great, I want to see that in my external reality, that is what's going to attract that to me. You see what I'm saying? So anywho, let's keep going. Blessed. Card 22. So some of you may be born on the 22nd, have a life path 22. You could be 22 years old, however that resonates. But this is, you know, essentially this is positioning you to receive some sort of blessing that you didn't have to do anything for. Some of you, this is essentially showing you how appreciated you are through maybe another individual. It could be a man holding a heart, meaning a King of Cups type of energy, okay? Someone that has a lot of feelings for you, someone that really knows how to appreciate you, knows how to love you, how to value you. You know, for those of you that are looking for that, or that, you know, resonates with something you maybe have been asking for, that could be what this new beginning is, okay? This path that some of you, this walking into this new life, this new door, right, is opening up a brand new beginning. For some of you, it's with, you know, actual person, okay? Someone that you, like I said, have been manifesting. It's like something that you've been asking for is finally ready to come into fruition. But it's like you have to choose it. You have to choose. So she has to choose to go up these stairs, right, to get through, to go into that new life, into that new reality, right? So for some of you, this is like, you know, allowing yourself to step into a new life. Some of you have been asking for a new relationship, for someone that actually appreciates me, actually knows how to, you know, court me and date me and, you know, whatever. This is, you know, that blessing is ready to come into you, okay? But I feel like there's still some things here, some major, and this is major. 4 major arcanas here. Out of 6 cards, 4 of them are major. So this is really, I feel like, definitely tied to your root chakra, okay? And your sense of safety, security, stability. So if there are things that some of you haven't, you know, still, that you know you still have to work through in regards to your childhood, in regards to maybe how you grew up, things that maybe have taken place as a child, woundings, experiences, whether it's abuse, verbal, you know, essay, all those things. This is like really needing to identify those things and really shed those layers, okay? Really shed those layers. And really, you know, for some of you, this is too like coming up with a new strategy. Maybe how you've been going about something, you're seeing kind of like this shit ain't working anymore, right? And this could be an indication that, yeah, you're right. And it's time to re-strategize, start over, wipe the slate clean and start over, right? And regenerate, go within, recharge, okay? So you can really grow. So, so like I was saying with the blessed card, this is like, you know, this is trying to, you know, allow the blessings to come in such a way that you feel like, I didn't even earn that. What did I do to deserve that? That's just showing you that if there's something like that happens where you receive something, or someone just randomly gives you a gift and you're like, what the fuck, like I didn't even do anything, like I don't deserve this. That just shows you that there's still some wounding, right, that needs to be taken care of and healed surrounding the mother figure. Why? Because your mother is the feminine energy. Your feminine energy is your receptive energy. That's your giving, your ability to receive, to accept, to let in, to allow. Okay. And so for those of you that find yourself struggling with receiving things, whether it's receiving compliments, saying thank you, right, receiving, help when you need it and you don't know where it came from, especially if you didn't ask for it, that just shows you, okay, I need to do a little bit do some more work on my receiving, on allowing that feminine energy to flow through me. It doesn't matter what gender you hold. This is all energy. Okay. So this is just, I feel like this is what's coming in though. This is what this releasing is helping you come into. Blessings that it feels like I didn't even have to work for that. That's how it should be. Just for existing. You deserve that. We all do. But like you only receive what you feel like you're worth. That's why it's so important. And that's what the Empress represents. Worthiness, abundance, being provided for, right? Having everything she needs. That's all 4 queens embodied in one. When you're in that energy, that's like knowing like I deserve to be provided for, and no matter what different ways that shows up, whether it's through people, whether it's through my own efforts, whether it's straight from the hands of the divine, no matter how that shows up, I deserve for my needs to be met. I deserve to always have shelter, have healthy food in my belly, clean water to drink and shower and bathe in, right? I deserve to, laugh and be loved and appreciated, right? It's like whatever you feel like you're worthy of, that's what you're going to see in your experience. So I feel like for some of you, this is just showing you the things that need to be healed and released and taken care of in order to receive these blessings of appreciation by doing nothing, just by simply breathing, by simply you being you. You deserve that. Yes, you do. But if you don't deserve, if you feel like you're not worthy of that based on these negative attachments or these negative thoughts that have been projected on you through other people or by by past experiences, it's like you're going to block your own blessings. And I feel like that for some of you is what's happening here. So whether this is showing through a person external to you, again, it's still a mirror showing you, where am I blocking my own blessings? If I feel like that person is trying to block me, where am I blocking myself? By either keeping them around or not doing the energetic work that keeps them showing me this. You see what I'm saying? So it's like when you take accountability in that way, it puts you back in your power, which then allows you to attract experiences that show you that I do deserve love. I do deserve for things to just happen randomly without even trying. I do deserve wonderful things to take place every day for me, right? Like we deserve to have those experiences. So, all right. So we have the 3 of Swords, clarified by the 3 of fucking Swords. That is wild. So 33 here could be of significance. Some of you may be 33. 33 could be a life path number. Whew. So, for some of you, this is kind of like a mirror, okay? That for some of you, it's like, I feel like some of you are being shown that maybe someone was projecting their pain onto you. It's not because you were worthy or undeserving of their love or their affection, but for some of you, this is like just showing you in retrospect, in hindsight, where pain was being projected. Hurt people. And I feel like that's what's kind of like, some of you, it's like helping you see that somebody that hurt you, some type of painful experience, some type of breakup for some of you, somebody that did you wrong. I feel like it's like helping you appreciate maybe what this person did. For some of you, this was a lover. For some of you, this was a King of Cups energy, someone that you had a lot of love for. I feel like some of you, it's helping you see the blessing in the pain that you experienced, seeing how they were showing me where I was hurting. And I thought it was them, but they were just hurting too. They were hurting just like me. You see what I'm saying? And then when you realize that, damn, we were just, we're just doing the best of what we have. We're just doing the best with where we are on our journey. You don't have to personalize it. You don't have to take it personal and be like, they hurt me and all those things and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you realize like, damn, they were just showing me where I was hurting. I attracted them to show me the pain that I still had and needed to heal from, right? The 4 of Swords with the 8 of Cups here. This person was just showing me where I still needed to heal, the things that I still needed to walk away from, right? The boundaries that I still had to, like the way I needed to stand up for myself, right? Especially if people are defensive. For some of you, it was just mirroring back the same energy that you exuded without even realizing it, unconsciously, right? But for some of us, when we attract people that we deem as narcissistic and stuff like that, I've learned that, the hard way, I've learned that a lot of that is showing me where I didn't have boundaries. And that for some of you is the same thing, okay? That people need to heal And you need to walk away from people that always have you in this energy of needing to defend yourself. For some of you, it's just showing you where you lack boundaries and where you need better boundaries. And where you need, when it's, you know, needed, to walk the fuck away from people and cut people off, right? Instead of staying, trying to make things work and feeling like I have to stay and blah, blah, blah. Like, fuck that shit. If it's painful, if it's not getting anywhere and they're just keep fucking projecting their bullshit onto you, it's like at some point, it's like you have to separate yourself, right? And that's again what this Hermit is about for some of you. It's showing you, I feel like people are showing you where you needed to, you know, distance yourself. And that way, when you do that, it then helps you see and separate their bullshit from your bullshit. You see what I'm saying? I had to do that with people that I had experiences with. When I did that, it helped me see like a lot of that shit was the pain that they were projecting onto me because of things they experienced. But it also gave me an opportunity to see why I attracted that, right? Where I was hurting and thinking it was just them, but it was really showing me where I had already experienced that with my mom or with other people in my life growing up. They were just showing me the pain that I still had in my heart that I still was holding on to and didn't even know it. Thought I got past it because I learned how to adapt and move on and not really think too much about it and not give it so much energy, but it was still there. You see what I'm saying? So for some of you, I feel like that's also what this, you know, it's helping you do, is really, you know, do the shadow work for you to see how pain was being projected onto you, that you only attracted people hurting to show you where you were hurting. Okay, and there's power in that. So Sun in reverse, clarified by the Justice in reverse. So then we have the King of Wands, clarified by the Knight of Wands. What I feel like, we all know that whatever's hidden, whatever's done in the dark will always come to light. So I feel like for some of you that have experienced, you know, injustices, things that were hidden, you know, things that weren't revealed to you, that were done wrong behind the scenes, just know that whatever is done in the dark will always come to light. So while some of you have had injustices, just know that as you continue to do the healing, as you learn the lessons that certain experiences were trying to teach you, that's when balance is restored. Okay? But we have to first acknowledge why that even happened, where that even came from, where it even started, what made me attract that person. You know what I'm saying? What were they trying to teach me? It's like, it's not until we take the time to go within, right? Go into this hermit mode. That's when, you know, what's been hidden in the dark comes to light. Okay? So I feel like for some of you, it's just kind of, this is really showing you all the pain that some of you have been hiding for a really long time, that some of you have been really harboring, not even maybe hiding, so it could be that too, but I feel like it's more so harboring for a really long time, and it's creating imbalance in your life. I feel like some of you, it's like, you know, showing you where, I'm not going to say you did it to yourself, but kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, by allowing certain people to stay in your experience for all the reasons that we might have. I understand, because I've been there, right? But the longer you hold on to things that just hurt you, the more damage it does over time. So, you know, I feel like this is kind of like really, you know, after all the pain and injustices that some of you have experienced, this is really, it's really helping you heal. It's helping you really move out of, you know, these painful periods to really restore your sense of passion for life, okay? To really like re-spark that drive for life, to take action on your dreams, to, you know that I am appreciated. You know, what I feel, what my heart desires, it matters, okay? I just need to, you know, have that passion. I need to restore that passion within myself, so that way it's reflected back to me through another person, okay? And I feel like for some of you, this is also indicative of, you know, understanding that, you know what, I appreciate the pain that someone put me through, because what it showed me was, especially if this has to do with someone who, you know, was a flighty energy, kind of like what they call a player, right? That couldn't make up their mind. They, you know, hiding the fact that they're talking to other people, dealing with other people, things like that. You have to, it's like, I feel like some of you, this is also helping you appreciate what that taught you, is that that person couldn't love you properly because they didn't love themselves properly. You see what I'm saying? And that comes with, a lot of times, from, again, childhood woundings, right? when they didn't get the love that they properly needed from a parent, they essentially will carry that out through their relationships and connections going forward, right? So it's like if they didn't receive the type of love they needed from a mom, it makes it difficult for them to receive that type of love when it's coming from other people, especially another, you know, a spouse or something, right? So like for me being a woman, for example, dating, you know, men in my past, if they have problems with their mom or, you know, things that traumatic experiences they haven't completely healed from, when they came to me, it made it difficult for them to really believe me if I told them I loved them. It made it difficult for them to receive the love and abundance that I was trying to give to them genuinely from a heartfelt place. They couldn't receive it because they had woundings that they're still holding on to that they hadn't healed yet from their own mother. They didn't receive it from her, so why would you love me? If my mom didn't love me, why would you? You see what I'm saying? It's like people, you know, they tend to carry their past with them. That's that baggage, right? That we got to let go of and release. So I feel like some of you, this is kind of just showing you that the injustices that were done to you, things that were hidden from you, it was just showing you, for one, the healing that you maybe still needed to do, but also showing you that they only hurt you because they were hurting. So I'm just hoping and praying and trusting that for those of you that resonate with that, you know, just come to understand the appreciation, like allow yourself to appreciate this person for the way they hurt you, because how did it strengthen you? What did it teach you? How did it put you on how was that a catalyst to put you on your path? For me, I have so much appreciation for my karmics, which I don't even resonate with that word and calling people karmics anymore, because anybody that attracts somebody that they could call a karmic, they have karmic nature too. Meaning they taught me shit because I taught them stuff. I was meant to teach them things just like they were meant to teach me things. That's part of the cycle, right? So if you're calling someone a karmic, you're a karmic too. That's just facts, right? So I'm just saying, I feel like this is helping you guys come to appreciate this person, okay? Appreciate the pain that this person, you know, that you experience with them, not because it's fun to hurt, no, not at all, but there's so much more that you got out of it that I feel like you, depending on how you choose to look at it, there's so much more that you could choose to be like, I gained so much more from that. For me personally, like I was saying, by what my karmics taught me my own karmic nature. It taught me so many things, but it showed me where I was still, things that I hadn't released, that I still needed to heal from, the blockages I still had that I came into the connection with. It taught me the boundaries I didn't have, right? The love that I needed to have for myself is why they couldn't give it to me. They were showing me that they couldn't love me because I didn't love me. You see what I'm saying? Like, it taught me so much. And a lot of it was a catalyst to help me do the work that I'm doing right now for you. For that, I'm grateful. Because now I'm doing my life's work because of all those experiences. And why did I sign up for that? Why did I choose those contracts to have with those people? Because only they could teach me, only they could hurt me to that fucking degree to get me to where I'm at now. Only they could do that. And that's why we signed up for this in the ethers before we even, you know, reincarnated in this lifetime. And for that, I'm grateful because I understand it. I understand it. I overstand why things played out the way they did. I picked them people. I picked those experiences. And I can say, for even thinking back, hindsight, in 3D, the individual that hurt me the most, I manifested him. And I told him about it. I manifested him into 3D without even knowing it. And I said it, even if like, just to learn, like I was so just like, so excited. Like I just wanted to learn if that was all I could gain from that connection. And it was so much more than that. It was a lot of fun, but it was a fuck ton of pain. But it was the catalyst to get me on my path to do exactly what I'm doing now and so much more. So it's like, I can't even be mad about that. I'm not giving him all the fucking credit because he didn't, you know, do the work that I've done on myself, for myself. I did that, right? But I'm just saying, you know, allowing myself to have that experience with him and all the things that he did put me through because of his own pain and the things that he didn't heal yet, right? It helped me show me where I needed to heal, right? And having that mirror was like, damn, you know, I needed that. I needed those experiences because I wouldn't be the woman I am today. Still full of love, still optimistic as fuck, successful as fuck, right? Happy as fuck, sexy as fuck. Like, I don't care, right? It's just, you know, you just have to choose. You just have to choose how you let your experiences shape you. You can either let them, you know, start treating people how you got treated, right? Turning into that same fucked up individual that you know hurt you, or you can choose to be like, I'm transmuting all that shit. I see what it was meant to teach me, and I'm reshaping all that shit and turning it into something way better, because that's what it was really meant for. It's not meant for you to take that shit with you. Take the lesson, not the pain. So anywho, advice for Cancers from your spirit team. So we have darkness and power. Fucked to the yes. Darkness, long night moon, and the full moon. So this is basically your guide saying that this dark period is not for, it's not in vain. Okay, for some of you, this darkness along with this hermit energy, this is a time for you to really use this time to go within. Okay, and also understand that just because you can't see what's ahead, just because you don't really see what's going on in front of you, doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. It doesn't mean that you're on the wrong path. It doesn't mean that all your hard work isn't, you know, showing up. It's just hidden from you right now. Okay, it's not meant for you to see right now. For some of you, it's just meant for you to continue to step into your power, to be in your power. For some of you, it's to get back into your power by facing your own darkness, because that's where your power lies, in the dark. You see how, wow, see, and I know this is a full moon behind her, but how bright it is, it's making me think of the sun. So it's like every time the moon comes out, you know that eventually the sun comes out and takes its place, essentially. Not maybe, you know, they coexist together. But this is just to say that, you know, it's the darkness doesn't last, is what I'm saying. That the sun will eventually come back out. So meaning that anything that's hidden from you will eventually be revealed. So you don't need to lose sleep over not knowing what's ahead, not knowing, you know, all the feeling like you're in the dark and you don't have no clue if you're doing the right thing and all that. Just know, you just need to trust, step into your power and trust. Okay, so I'm gonna get that out of the book for you guys, because I feel like this makes me feel like it matters. So, and I did this for Capricorn too, just because I felt like I felt guided. So I'm gonna do it for you guys as well. So let's see here. So you're entering a time of introversion, a leaner time, or a time to turn inward to plan and strategize. It is a time to do shadow work, which will bring big dividends later on. Release what no longer works for you. Okay, do you see what that said? It said inward turn. It's a time to turn inward, plan, and strategize. And that's exactly what I feel like now, hindsight, right? Going back, that's exactly what this is talking about. So if the messages given earlier still apply, that's for you. However, for some of you, that is what this is talking about. This full moon is giving you a time to go within and strategize. So that way when the sun comes out, right, you go within and find your power, and that's where the sun comes back out, right? When the sun does come back out, you know exactly what to do. Meaning, it's kind of like, you know what, I'm gonna sleep on it, I'm gonna go to bed tonight, and when I wake up in the morning, I know that I'm gonna have the answer that I need. I know what I'm gonna need to do after that. It's kind of like the same type of thing, okay? So it's just a matter of how you choose to look at it, right? But I feel like definitely it's, you know, a period of, you know, regeneration, going within, taking time to yourself, with yourself, by yourself, right? Letting the old limiting beliefs, the dead weight, letting all that shit fall off and starting over, okay? And really identifying, letting yourself to come up with a strategy for what that looks like, okay? So I'm gonna read you power as well. Hold on, I wanna get the affirmation. So the darkness needs to be there just as much as, oh my God, I don't know why they word it like this. The darkness needs to be there as much as does the light. I'm trying to make it sound all fancy and shit. So it's basically saying the darkness is needed just as much as the light is, okay? The darkness, that the existence of the darkness is just as necessary in your journey as much as the sun is, okay? And we already have the sun, like I said. Things that are hidden, it'll eventually be illuminated to you. When you have the sun up here, that came out at the beginning. So, all right, let's get into 16 real fast. So, power. So, step into your true power. Shine brightly. Do not hide who and what you are. The time is right to attract big things for yourself. Ancestral energy is important. Open your mind to larger possibilities. Big magic can be wrought. I have power. It is real. That is your affirmation, okay? So, Cancers, do with this reading what you will, but this is the energy available to you, should you so choose to use it. But I just really feel like your spirit team and the Most High is really encouraging you guys that, you know, just because it's dark doesn't mean anything's going wrong, okay? This is a time to really do the shadow work, go within. And we already got that earlier. We already talked about all that with the damn hermit, okay? So this is really about, you know, taking the time to go within, identify what these attachments are that some of you have. What are you feeling stuck, trapped, or tied or bound to, or bound by? Whether it's addictions, or there's bad habits, negative thoughts, fear, limiting beliefs, all those things is what represents the shadow. And that's exactly what the devil energy in the tarot represents, the shadow, the ego, right? And so it's just a matter of, you know, integrating, going within, and that's how you integrate it, by allowing yourself to look at what's dark to you. Because when you face your darkness, when you face the shadow, that's where you find your power. That's exactly where you find your power, is by going within and, you know, facing the darkness. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Cancer. I really pray that those of you that needed the message received it. I pray that you know, this reading, you got from it not only what you needed, but maybe some you didn't know you needed. So I love y'all so much. If you did enjoy the reading, I really appreciate it if you smash that thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you have not. So y'all are officially the longest reading, but you know, no mistake on my end. I feel like it happened how it needed to, and I'm grateful to be able to have the energy to deliver it on this full moon that's taking place tonight as I record this. So I love y'all so much. Remember that the full moon, if you are catching this after the day of, for whatever reason, remember the full moon is about 3 days before, and the energy lingers about 3 days after. So you're never late. Whenever you're catching this, just know you're right on time. Energy is not linear, it is fluid. So when you're catching it is when you need it. All right, so I love y'all so much. Until next time, howdy.